Yo, what's happening? This is Danny Danko. I'm here at Happy Munkey Studios, New York City. It's going down here. I'm with DJ Whoo Kid.
I'm sorry, I'm filming you and shit.
It's all good. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell people a little bit about yourself.
I'm DJ Whoo Kid, nigga.
Right. G-Unit. Sirius XM Radio, Shade 45. You got a show on there?
Yeah,
right?
I work for Eminem. He's my boss. I DJ 50 Cent for what, 20 years?
20 years. I was there in the beginning.
You know, being with G-Unit, 50 Cent was not really into weed. I think is when Snoop Dogg came on the tour. He kind of like introduces to the weed lifestyle. And it was even before we went to like Amsterdam and all that craziness. So we did a tour with Snoop and his uncle, R.I.P. Junebug.
R.I.P. OG legend.
His uncle was the one that taught me how to like smoke like heavy shit. And then I upgraded to Snoop. And then I did the PIMP remix.
Right.
So it was really a freestyle. And 50 Cent decided to keep it as a record. So once I got hired, he said, all right, you're hired. We're going to do a mixtape tonight called 50 Cent's The Future. So we did everything, and when I got hired, and we did the mixtape that night. I left my gunshots and drops, and then Sean Money put it together. But they gave me a bulletproof vest, and we're going on tour. We're doing a 300 city hood tour, like every hood club in America. Our first show was in Pittsburgh, and then I think it ended like Chicago, but we did like 300 shows.
What made you say I'm gonna do it? Like, yo, like
there was no choice.
Like, Sean Money was not gonna play that at all.
I was a bum ass nigga. I had nothing else going on. I was stealing niggas' music, and I was hiding.
So
yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? I got kidnapped a few times.
Yes, by Fat Joe and was it Fat Joe?
Yeah,
Big Pun and
Big Pun. Yeah, I heard that story. That's a crazy one. So, but you've worked with a lot of artists and done a lot of mixtapes and all that. And you mentioned Eminem, 50, Mobb Deep, a bunch of people, right? Currency. Now, aside from Snoop, who's the artist who you think smokes the most, like, when you were with them?
Wiz Khalifa.
All day, every day.
Wiz Khalifa, okay.
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa is by far, and he's the only one that made me dab.
Oh.
It's been documented. And,
okay, they videotaped that?
Yeah, I got a million views off that shit.
Oh, wow, okay.
You passed out on the dab? That dab shit murderous. I don't play with that. stuff.
I never dabbed before, so it was me, Wiz Khalifa, and YG. Amber Rose was there when they were dating, and his mom's was there. So his mom's Wiz Khalifa's mom's taught him how to smoke. So his mom's had this is my first time meeting everybody. So the mom had the biggest blunt I've ever seen in my life. So I almost didn't believe that was his mom's. But he was like, nigga, I'm the one that taught that nigga how to smoke. Fuck up. And I was like, so then she gave me the blunt. She said, you better hit this shit, because I'm a lady. If you ain't hitting this big ass fucking blunt, you a pussy. So I had to hit it. Wow. So while I'm hitting this big giant blunt that I've never seen before, and this is in Red Rocks, this is in Arizona.
Okay. All right.
So we're already in a high altitude. I'm ready, like
you're already
can't breathe and shit. Like you
being
know,
in Denver and shit.
My asthma shit came back when I was a kid. You know, I have like this really low asthma. Like if I'm in a high altitude, I can't breathe. So I'm smoking with them. So Amber Rose is laughing. I've been knowing Amber Rose for a long time from Philly and all that shit, but she's laughing at me. So I had to take a pull. But meanwhile, I'm with the moms puffing. Wiz is over there with YG, and they brought this little dab. It was like so tiny. It was like a little cute little kid. Like it was so small. It was like it was tiny. It was like it had a little like a pipe and the water and everything. Yeah. So then So fucking YG went to the dab, this little tiny pieces. This little thing was like, and then did this little tiny pull. So me from across the room, I know YG. I was like, man, y'all niggas a pussy over there.
I'm gonna go in.
Yo, and then Wiz was like, what? Get that nigga the big shit, yo. So they brought this big bong, which was dad. It was a big dad bong. So they had the crazy white boy that got it ready, and then I see the bubbles bubbling and everything.
This nigga done went to school for it. This nigga know how to press
chemistry and everything.
So I'm assuming it's weed. So I don't know what dab was.
Okay.
So I thought it was weed. So when I
it was that concentrate.
I said, give me that shit, nigga. So I grabbed it and I held it really like crazy, like as if it was weed.
You killed your oh my
felt
God.
like a car drove into my mouth. Pause. And I couldn't breathe. And I fainted. Not fainted, but I lost my breath and I fell on Wiz. So Wiz caught me. All this is on video, by the way.
Wow. Oh, I need the video. We gotta put that on Happy Munkey TV.
He holds
I need
me
that
up.
video.
So he said if he lets me go, I'm gonna be like I ain't gonna get up. So meanwhile, Amber Rose is laughing, the mother's laughing, and I'm like, I don't want to be embarrassed.
And you were just
so I stood up.
Shit.
So I'm like delirious. I'm going crazy. So I'm thinking maybe if I drink something, it'll go away. But it felt so crazy that I grabbed random people's drinks and was drinking it. Like somebody else's water that was open. I probably gave me fucking diseases and shit. I'm drinking other nigga shit. Wiz like, look at this. I'm like,
I don't care what it is.
It was the worst shit of my life. And
That's crazy.
And then Snoop Dogg was in the next room. He came and told me, are you fucking crazy? And that's when I knew I was like very nervous. If you got Snoop Dogg telling you you're bugging for doing dabs, that's when I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was like really about to be out of here.
So you traveled all over the world. You've been everywhere with 50 and Eminem and G Unit and all that, right? Where do you find the best weed?
What you want?
Where do you find the best weed?
The best weed is outside of Amsterdam, not the fucking commercial
like
bullshit.
Utrecht and
Back in those days, I mean, I've been touring for 20 years. I went from the hash stage where you smoke so much hash that you have holes in your clothes. Because when we used to be in tour buses from Poland to like Germany, we used to go through from like country to country. It'd be like a 7-8 hour tour bus ride. So all we had was hash. There was no weed. Weed was illegal. So we used to meet weird, eerie looking drug dealer dudes, hash dudes linking up with us and buying all this weird pasty shit.
Yeah, they've been smoking that shit since the Silk Road. You know that shit?
Oh yeah,
since the Silk Road. The word Hashemite, like assassin, comes from that shit.
I didn't even
from
know
the hash days, niggas get smoking hash, jumping out robbing niggas for their silks and spices.
Well, they robbed me.
S&S, man. Silks and spices. I like that delivery, bro.
They robbed my socks.
I got my silks and spices on right now, bro.
What about within the United States? Where do you think you find the best weed?
Hands down, like Vancouver or Seattle.
In the United States.
Vancouver's Canada, but in the U.S.
I don't know. I think I was so high, I thought I was in the U.S.
North America.
Seattle,
okay.
What's your favorite
I got
strain?
high in Seattle. Like I was on TMZ for so-called overdosing with Waka Flocka in Seattle. That was that overdose shit where it's impossible to overdose from weed, but we smoked so much that we were in an ambulance. Wow. And it hit TMZ. If you look it up, me and Waka Flocka was on his back, and it was just like overwhelmingly too much. It was like too much weed, too much like cakes, too much like, and we started using those candy. What do we call it? The
edibles.
Yeah, look at this nigga. Peel's coming out. Funny.
So, interesting. Do you smoke when you before you DJ, go on stage and everything, even when you try to concentrate?
I smoke during. I don't smoke before. So when I get there, I always have this vodka and cranberry. I'm a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Tupac. I ain't drinking no Hennessy.
So vodka cranberry, a little nice pink drink.
And then I got my homeboy, whoever's down with me, they roll. Either we got a pre-roll or they roll a joint. And while I'm rocking it, and then in intervals, if the club is going even more crazy, then maybe I might upgrade to like tequila and throw like more weed on it. But I think the adrenaline rush of rocking like 30,000 people at a festival while you're high is you can't really explain it. You have to like really do it, smoke it, and then experience it. I can't explain it. It just is crazy. It felt like a chick sucking my dick and my toe at the same time.
Whoa. Now you have a show on Sirius XM Shade 45. That's every Saturday, right? And it's 7 hours. Like it's like an all-day show, right?
6 hours.
6 hours. So that's amazing. And you also do a podcast, Ignite.
The Ignite podcast.
Ignite.
Yeah. I combine like actors and hip hop dudes.
And who have you had on there?
I had a lot of weirdos. I just did one with Blueface and Ric Flair.
Interesting. Wow, that's a combo.
It's like combining both worlds.
And that's on serious.
That's like, indica and sativa in
like
one
Seth,
joint.
I did Seth Rogen and Kodak Black. I do like a lot of weird shit.
Right.
You can't be. There's so much like competition in podcasts. I just wanted to do like weird, funny, and it's comedic. It's under comedy.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's out there like some serious talk. It's just us bullshitting.
What's your favorite strain though? I need that one for Happy Munkey
OG
TV.
Kush.
OG Kush?
XS.
And was that story you told us, was that the illest experience that you ever had on marijuana?
No.
No, so let me get that one. Let me get that one for Happy Munkey TV. Please, sir.
That was my bad experience.
So give me the craziest crazy. I know this is gonna be a good one.
One of my damn, this is crazy. The wildest experience I've ever had was I had to do a charity for what's the name of that? What's the name of that clothesline? Is it Prada? One of them shits. No, Armani. No, Armani suit. I had to do a charity for Armani. So I went to London and did the charity. So I'm DJing, so they gave me like a suit to DJ, like some.
Armani'd up.
Yeah, I'm Armani'd up. I'm DJing. 6,
7 rack, 10 rack suit.
I'm going ham, and then it was all I know is this weird assistant came to me. It was like, yo, my boss wanted to see you later. So I didn't know what was going on. So I look over, like, I look over the edge, and I see like this nice sexy MILF, like a bad MILF, like she bad, like the bitch look like
bad
body, everything. So I was chilling.
And it's obviously a boss at motherfucking Armani.
Yeah, this is a charity. Everybody's donating millions and millions, but I don't know what's going on. I'm a dumb nigga, right? So I'm chilling, I'm DJing and shit, and the bitch somehow I stayed at the Landmark, which is a super expensive
hotel.
So,
we know that cloth talk. The door, yeah.
So all of a sudden, I get to my room, and then somehow she found out where I was. So I don't know how she found out.
Tracked you down.
Yeah, she tracked me.
Your assistant, they got all the info. They booked you.
This shit's crazy. So she knocked on my door, and then I open it. So I see her, and I'm like, oh shit, how the fuck you found me? But now she has a second chick. She works for, I think she's a daughter of one of them De Beer.
Wow, that's the diamond. That's the guy's got the diamond monopoly. This big money. This is Happy Munkey. This big talk. Go ahead, continue.
This gets weird, man. The diamond bitch is there, and she's ugly as fuck. So, but it's De Beers, you know what I'm saying?
You might gotta take one for the team. You might gotta rock it for the diamonds.
Yeah, I gotta do it for the diamonds, right? So whatever. The bitch I had was bad. She's like, yo, we want to have a threesome.
The MILF. Yeah, and the De Beers are.
Yeah, so the MILF is like, so all I know is like, we're talking in the hallway and they're asking all this in the hallway. So the next room, R.I.P. Chris Lighty, he opens the door.
Yeah,
and Chris Lighty's like, what the fuck? Tamara Miller, what are you doing here? So I still don't know who Tamara Miller was. So now that I know that Chris Lighty knew her, so I was
big talk.
Come on in. Let's get it cracking. So one of them had like those long, it looked like a after sex pipe. I don't know, like those, you know how the chicks be smoking and they be having them long ass cigarettes?
Okay, like back in the day, like in the 20s, like that, the cigarette holder joint.
Both of them, first of all, it was illegal in London. They both had like 2 big giant blunts. Like, so while I'm like taking off my, cause I like, I sleep in pajamas and shit, you know what I'm saying? I had like some ill, like I look like a fucking poodle and shit. So I wanted to take the shit, it was cold, nigga. It was winter time in London, yo.
That shit is cold as hell. Cold and wet, pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
So
this is all way above my pay grade.
Yo, this is crazy. I'm hurrying up trying to take my shit off because it's like a onesie, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to hurry up and take my shit off. So after I take my shit off, and while I'm doing that, they're smoking these big ass blunt joints.
In the room, just sitting there looking at you.
So I was like, what is that? She's like, it's called a woo-woo. So I don't know, it's like woo-woo.
Yeah.
So I said, let me get some of that woo-woo. So she gave it to me. So now this is like mad long. It's literally could go where you at. They had this shit, because they both had trench coats, so they had it under their trench coats.
They had clothes under the trench coat?
No clothes under the trench coats. I didn't even get to that part yet.
Yeah, so, I get my bad. My bad.
Nigga crazy. Yeah. So they both like going like this. So while they going like this, their coats is open. So I'm seeing titty. I'm seeing like panties.
Wow, Mario, you turned off the HD.
Wow, this is like eyes wide. Go ahead, man. Continue.
So I might have to step away from this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
This guy's got a hard on. Yeah. So all of us. So then all of a sudden, I'm smoking the woo-woo now. So I found out that this is like, she's rich, so it was like the purest form of whatever weed that was out there. So I think she mixed it with hash oil, and weed.
All concentrates,
But
but back to back.
But it was minced where she was smoking it through this long pipe.
Right.
So I got beyond high. I got like mega high that I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. All I remember is like everybody was naked. I know I smashed both. So I don't know if it was some Illuminati pussy or whatever. I don't know, but I smashed both.
They might have initiated you that night, my nigga.
No,
But you probably don't even know it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, nigga, yo, eyes wide.
You might, but then he toured all over the world now. That's the end result of that story.
No, but it gets worse.
Oh, hold on.
So this is where I came up with the because one of them was like, because now we're both beyond high. So when we're high, I didn't have like a lot of hip hop at that time. So I had like In Excess, like Sting and Madonna in my laptop, in my computer shit.
You
so
probably doing
I'm playing
the
like
club, the
I'm playing like fucking like Prince came on and I was like dancing because we're all high, so we're dancing, going crazy. You know, white bitches can't dance, so they were like doing some weird shit, like and they butt ass naked. They didn't even shave their pussy. That's how long ago the shit was.
Oh my God!
So everybody's dancing. Like,
that's not a good thing, ladies.
You know, so they're going crazy, and then all of a sudden one of them starts like, you know, giving me head, but the other one didn't know what to do because I told her I don't like the chest thing. So she went down and was sucking my toe. Meanwhile, it's dark. My toe has algae. Like my toe, it will kill everybody in here. Like the shit is toxic. All right? But the light was off, so I was too scared to tell her, yo, don't go to that toe, yo. She went to the one big toe that's diseased, like rotted. Yeah, I mean, you know, like a dirty nigga don't fix his nails.
Yes.
Yeah, nigga, yo, bro, I wouldn't even do it to myself. I don't know. I don't even want to touch my shit. So the feeling alone was just too much. I was high, head, and toe. It was just like the
That's
universe.
crazy.
The universe.
That's why you use that reference now. When something feels just extremely
That's
good.
the only way I
nigga,
can
that
explain
shit
it.
like getting your dick sucked and your toe sucked at the same time.
Bro, the universe imploded, and it felt like so crazy that I didn't know what to do.
I had, but I ain't at the same time. That's crazy.
Yo,
that's crazy.
But then it ends. We do our thing, and then I don't know if I had condoms or whatever, but who cares, right? Then all of a sudden,
motherfucker, you come.
Yo, then
I care a lot.
Yo, and then all of a sudden, it's over. She leaves, and then she met me later in New York. But Chris Lighty came out and was like, yo, you didn't know who that was? I was like, nah, who the fuck was the other white chick? I know one of them was the De Beers bitch. He said, nah, that's Tamara Mellon. I was like, Tamara Mellon? Yeah. She's like, yeah, the owner of Jimmy Choo Shoes.
Wow.
See ya.
Yo, listen, Happy Bucket TV.
Yo, man, y'all haven't done shit.
Yo, we gotta get you. We got a what's the name? Thank you for the knowledge, my brother.
Yeah, that was
I
weird.
guess that was a great story. I guess you already done told me about the Snoop stuff and all that.
Yeah, you know,
history.
Even Michael Jackson too.
Did Michael Jackson smoke? I was gonna say that. I was gonna actually say that. I was gonna actually say that earlier.
Nah, he didn't smoke.
He didn't smoke at all?
He didn't do shit.
Did you smoke around him?
We were in Saudi Arabia.
Oh wow.
We were in Bahrain, so you can't have drugs there. So
Yeah, they can't in Bahrain. Bahrain, they
ain't locking me up for.
How you feel about
hanging by your toe?
How you feel about all the shit that people saying about him right now?
I think they're just making money off of him, like because of all the energy from R. Kelly, piece of shit ass getting caught.
Right.
It was one weird thing. Like he did ask about my kids, which was kind of weird because he never met me. But he asked me like bring your kids and hang with my kids for the summer. Cause I was supposed to do a record with him, and he died like a couple, 2-3 months after. But I was supposed to do a record with him and 50.
Wow.
He's supposed to do the hook, and then 50's supposed to rap. Cause remember I was doing songs secretly everywhere. You know, I did the Pac shit, the Biggie shit.
Right.
You know, so after I met him and we kicked it and everything, it was me, Tyson Beckford, John Legend, all those was in like Bahrain, like just chilling in the desert, like literally 3-4 black niggas with Michael Jackson.
Wow.
I've never seen Michael Jackson anywhere in the States. I had to go to some fucking desert with scorpions to see the nigga. Like,
wow.
So
he just out there with his fucking shit over his face.
Yeah. But there was a law in the land where if you see him, you can't say hi to him. So I went to the mall with him.
Wow.
Nobody said
they
nothing.
was that extreme.
Nobody said
The whole country. Listen, leave
They
Michael
got-
Jackson alone. You say something to
He went
Michael
on
Jackson.
TV and said this is the law. Like, it
But
was
that must have felt so special for him to be walking
Mm-hmm.
through the streets and nobody could say, like, he could just be regular.
I went to
That's
the mall.
crazy.
I went to the mall. I was like, Michael Jackson. Nobody. I was fucking with everybody. Everybody's like,
Yeah, you was a clown, son.
Michael.
That's Michael.
But it looked like him though. Like, you know, like it's not
Yeah.
like nigga was like a ninja. It, like he
Yeah.
was out, but they were not trying to.
Nah,
fuck
nah,
with
nah.
him.
They get to somebody.
We
get
went to Starbucks out there. We went to like pizza shops. We went to like toy spots. He likes like little like Superman and all that weird shit. And then nobody was saying what's up.
What? Wow. Danny Danko,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
can we anoint him as a real pothead? Do
He's
you
a pothead.
co-sign that? OG.
Yes. DJ Whoo Kid is a pothead.
You've been anointed by the OG. God bless your soul.
All right.
And travel and puff.
Thank you
and
guys
puff it
very
up.
much.
This is big man.
DJ Whoo Kid, Danny Danko, Happy Munkey.
International P talking seven kindness. You already know what it is. Happy Monkey TV in the building.